you guys can do to make this happen. I know I'm not sure what everyone's rank is. I know some of you know if you're Emerald, you feel like it's a lot closer, but I mean, it's really attainable even if you just started, or, you feel like your business is exactly where you want it to be. But I wanted to give you guys some tips on like what you can do, to really go hard this month, starting like today, like this morning, and how this is like really not that far out of reach. And like the biggest thing I would say is like, first off, you have to get your steps to success printed. Like I have 2 of them printed right already today. I printed them yesterday, and it's my goal to print out or to complete both of these. So like my biggest thing is getting these printed out, and then any of your teammates who are like, working, who want this, I mean, get them to print theirs out too. I think if you guys can all focus on working on these together, make it kind of like a little team challenge, like, hey, I'm going to complete my steps to success. Like who else is going to do it too? And kind of work with each other and encourage each other to complete them. I think it'll kind of, it's really not hard to do, but you guys have to, support each other and be excited. So definitely, I say tell all your distributors on your team that are working, but definitely your runners, kind of focus on how you can help them go diamond too. And by them doing that, it's going to help you go diamond. So if we make it about helping each other, that's when it's really going to boom, versus like, hey, I'm trying to go diamond. I really need you to get to ruby this month. Like, let's go. But let's say, hey, come on, like, let's go diamond this month. Like, you can do this too. Like, let's be accountability partners. So first thing you gotta do is get the steps to success printed out. I don't know how many of you guys watched Christina Watts' video the other day, but I posted the video on Freedom Wrappers, and I tried to bump it up today, but she went diamond in 2 weeks. So you guys right now have 4. So if she can do it in 2, you guys should all be able to do it, no problem, right? And that's where I got some of the tips that I was going to do myself this month before this came on, printing the 2 steps to success sheets. One is going to be the people who, you think you can get to be loyal customers or think would like the products. And for the distributors, people you think would want to be part of this opportunity, or maybe your potentials. And then this one is your goals. You're going to write when you want to sign each of these people by, if it's the 3rd or the 5th, put it on there and really push hard to get these done. So if you haven't watched that video, you need to go watch it. It's bumped up on the team page. Go watch it because it's really, really good. The other thing that I think want you guys to do, because this is something that really helped me as well, and like whenever I was working for promotions, was your hundreds list. If you haven't done one yet, you need to do it. And it's 100 people, I just talked about yesterday on the team page, 100 people that you're going to talk to about the opportunity or the products. You shouldn't really, should tell everybody about both of them. And if you don't think 100 people, we have the memory jogger on there, so it'll remind you, oh, I can ask my car mechanic, oh, I can ask my dentist, things like that. So I have mine right here. That's kind of like my, one I've been working on. And actually yesterday I just printed another one that I'm going to fill out today. So I'm going to have a 200s list. So this is something you guys should do too. And it's so cool, to go through there and cross off the names. Like when someone signs as a loyal or someone signs as a distributor, you feel really kind of accomplished. Be like, heck yeah, I'm blowing through this. I only got 98 names on it now. Because that's how I feel sometimes. But that's something so important, I think. And it really gets you thinking, and you can really work hard to, reach out to some people. And what I do is I just go through my Facebook friends list. And that's kind of how I'll come up with some of the people. So if you kind of have trouble too, you can do that. And, and whenever you're doing that too, you see people's names, you're like, oh, dang, I totally forgot all about them. So then that's someone you can start interacting with again and stuff like that, because some of us have quite a few Facebook friends and we don't see a lot of their stuff. They might not be posting all the time, so you kind of forget about them. So, hold on a second. Vivian, I think you need to mute yourself. You got you're rocking out. Thank you. So, and same thing, your team. Tell your team to print these out too. Make it a little challenge. Hey, I'm going to print mine out by tonight. Who's else is going to do in their hundreds list? If you guys, again, can do this stuff together, it's going to make it so much easier for you guys to all achieve your goals. Not just saying, you know, I'm printing my hundreds list, you know, and no one else does, because we know that'll be 10 times harder. You know, try to encourage people who are working and really do want this to do this stuff too, and keep each other accountable. You know, check in with them a couple times a week. Hey, how's it going? How many people have you talked to on your hundreds list? You know, things like that. Do it together. And like the other thing is having your goals out. I got mine ready. You know, we talked about this over the weekend, like doing your goals. If you don't have them written out yet, get them written out and put them somewhere where you can see. And same thing, encourage your team. Like a lot of you guys probably have like team group chats and things like that. You know, post them in there. So help you guys maybe, you know, I know we say post them on the team page and stuff like that, which I definitely think you should. But do it in your group chats too. Like make it a little more personal. Like then you can really see like the people's goals, you know, and really cheer them on and help keep them on track, and things like that. There's something else that I was going to say too. Just really pushing each other, you know, believing in each other. You know, if you're excited for your team, like, you know, they're going to want to run with you and do this. Don't say, you know, don't try to exclude anybody. Hold on one second, please. Never mind. I don't know. We have kids running in here like maniacs for some reason. Hey, Jennifer, do you think there's anything you'd like to add really quick while I diffuse the situation?
Yeah, because right at this very moment, not crazy here. You can go ahead and mute yourself, Lindsay. Everything that Lindsay was saying, yes. Just be super excited. I know for me, I am like raising the bar on how many people I ask. It's a numbers game. So let's like ramp up our numbers this month. Let's talk to as many people as we can. I love the idea of the hundreds list just because I feel like keeping yourself organized so that you can follow up is really important. Because for me anyway, I don't know if you guys are like me, but for me, if I'm not keeping a list of who I'm talking to, I'm forgetting because I message new people every single day and I'm not going to remember, you know, in my head who I messaged on Monday, for example. So a big part of this will just be talking to more people, blitzing more, asking people for parties. I know that can be like kind of intimidating to ask people, but you would be surprised how many people you know are willing to help you if you ask. So like for me, I went diamond, actually it was in August, 3 years ago. So for me that month, I asked a ton of people if they would help me reach my promotion and help me out by having a party. I highlighted the fact that they didn't have to buy anything, that it wasn't like a party where they had to have a bunch of food or, sorry, and now the craziness starts here. Be quiet for a second, buddy. But yeah, just ask people if they'd be willing to help you. That's one thing that you can be doing outside of social media, but I'm super excited. Lindsay, is your craziness over? Because mine's starting.
Yeah, it's over.
You.
Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. My husband's home, downstairs with the kids, so who knows what was going on. But anyway, so yeah, like definitely like the things that Jennifer added. And like I was gonna say too, you know, like whenever I was going for promotions and stuff like that, like I just went crazy like messaging people. I would message anybody I had ever talked to about the products or the opportunity, even if it was 2 years ago. You know, I was like pulling out all the stops. And something I would say, you know, just if they talked about, you know, ordering and they never did, I would just say, you know, hey, you know, I know it's been a little while, but I wanted to check back and see if you're still interested in trying, blah, 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 blah. I'm happy to help get you started. Or I just started my 90-day challenge and we have 2 more spots left. I just did that not last month, but the month before. And I got like 3 or 4 loyal customers just by saying, I have 2 spots left in my 90-day challenge. And I know we've talked before, so I wanted to offer you one of those spots first. And I got 3 or 4 loyal customers just by saying that. And it was one of the people that signed up, I hadn't talked to them in 2 years. So, like I just went crazy, you know, even the opportunity. Hey, so-and-so, and like tell them about the Ruby bonus. They brought their Ruby bonus back this month. I'd love to help you earn that. You have until now what would it be, the end of October, to earn that. You know, just telling them that, because maybe for whatever reason they're not really like following all your posts and things like that. So just messaging everybody you can. And even if they don't say yes right now, then you're back in their head and they're going to start watching you again. And then you kind of just increased, you know, your potentials list. So that's like one thing like right now, like I would be doing, and that's like something myself, like I'm going to be doing. I just kind of like really keeping track of your potentials, like people you're talking to. You know, something I got away from a little bit was like not keeping track of my potentials and when I talked to them last and what they said. And that's something I used to do. You know, if I talk to someone, I'd write it down in my planner and I put what they said. So then I would know, like, you know, next week, whenever we did follow-ups, I can go back in and, you know, cause sometimes like I'll go through and scroll and someone will say, oh yeah, thanks, I'm going to go check out your website. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like that was like a freaking month ago. And obviously they didn't order. So, you know, I'm like, I really dropped the ball there. So, you know, we really, really keep track of your potentials, this month too, to kind of help stay on top of them. I mean, I had a lady who blew me off for like 3 weeks straight, for ordering. She just kept telling me, no, I can't. And I would forget to message her back, like on the day she would tell me she could order. And so I don't know if I was missing, like she would spend her money over the weekend or what, but I just messaged her at Friday morning at like 7 a.m. And by 8 a.m. she gave me her info and I had her signed up as a loyal customer. And she had previously told me no 3 times in a row, 3 weeks in a row too, because I was really staying on her, or at least trying. So yeah, like just be following up. Like don't be afraid. Don't worry like what they're going to say, or don't worry about being annoying. Just freaking do it, because there's $5,000 on the line. And like, I feel like, you know, some people are saying, you know, oh, I just know I'm doing everything. There's nothing else I can do. If you're not wearing a shirt everywhere you go, you're not doing everything you can do. If you're not wearing a Blitz card on a lanyard everywhere you go, you're not doing everything you can do. If you don't have your greens in a water bottle everywhere you go, you're not doing everything you can do. And so that, and I have to tell myself that, because sometimes I feel that way too. But I'm like, Lindsay, you're not like doing everything. If you're doing everything, you'd be handing out Blitz cards to every person you pass, you know, or, you know, but the other day, Allie Antonacci, she said, like, you know, she's always got her greens in a water bottle everywhere she goes. And she's like, if you do that, people are going to ask you what's in that. And then there you go. That's an opportunity for you to hand out a Blitz card. That's an opportunity for you to gain another potential. Like I was even thinking in my head, like going somewhere and asking for a water just so I can sit there and pour the greens in right there in front of them. You know what I mean? Because if you're doing that, people are going to say, what is that? You know, and then it's just an opportunity for you to talk about it. Like just ways to start increasing your potentials. And it's not something where you're being pushy. It's not, you know, really like, you know, putting them on the spot or anything awkward like that. You know, it's just, you're just doing it. Like same thing you would do at home. Like you just got to get over the excuses, get over yourself, and just go crazy. Like that's like my biggest thing is just, you know, messaging, pulling out all the stops. And you know, the worst thing that's going to happen is people aren't going to answer you, or they're going to say no thank you. But heck, most of us are used to that anyways, so whatever. But yeah, like Jennifer said, you know, the thing about, you know, hey, would you be interested in helping me reach my goal? Would you want to have a party? That's really good. Even if it's online parties, like you can totally do those. Like, so don't just say like, well, I don't have anyone local to me that would have a party. See if you have someone that'll have a Facebook party for you. But plugging in is going to be huge right now too, because that is going to help keep you guys excited and motivated. So any time that you know that there's a call, like tonight there'll be a show me the money call, get on that, because they're going to get new ideas. I guarantee there's going to be stuff to like help talk about going diamond really fast. You know, get on that call and listen. You know, anytime there's team calls, anytime there's team Zooms, get on those. Watch the videos. Jen, I know, just posted a video on the team page too about, and I didn't see who it was, but a distributor who went diamond in 30 days. Like these people are like, you know, telling you like how they did it. Like they're telling you exactly how you can do it too. But you've got to take the time to sit down and watch it. I know like a lot of us are busy. We have kids. The other day I listened to a Zoom while I was in the shower and I was giving my 2 kids a bath too. You know, it's just, but I was still listening. So we've just got to like make the time, because I think that's what a lot of us are doing. You know, we're getting distracted and we're not, you know, staying focused on what's important. If you guys can just go hard for this 30 days, you know, miss your shows, miss going out on the weekends, you know, with your friends, miss, you know, that late night, you know, cuddle session with your husband that we all so love, you're it's gonna be worth it. You know, you've just got to make sacrifices. And like something I would ask you guys last week is, you know, what's 3 investments you want to make for your business this month, or what are some investments you can make? And a lot of times people think they're sacrifices, and this is something Cami Dempsey said on a Zoom, you know, but they're not sacrifices, they're investments. So if you guys just give up those things for this month, it's gonna be worth it, I promise. And just, you know, really stay focused on it works, you know, because I used to, like, seriously, anytime I got a chance, I would be on my phone messaging people. I would be on my phone interacting. And then now, like, I kind of, like, get distracted and, you know, I might be, like, mopping the floor or something, you know. But when I was going for promotions, I'm not kidding you, I think for a week straight, I did not cook dinner. And my husband, like, would be okay with that, versus now when I'm not pushing for a promotion, I'm not cooking dinner. But I mean, I'm not kidding. A week straight, you know, it would be like, I can't cook dinner. I can't, you know, clean up. Like, my house literally looked like a bomb went off. But I'm telling you guys, it was so worth it. I was just trying to use my time wisely, you know, and I definitely think you should still, you know, take like 30 minutes, you know, to a little, you know, don't say like totally neglect your children or anything like that. Spend some time with them. But also when you're find yourself, you know, watching your shows in the middle of the day, say, what am I doing? Like, is this helping me build my business? If you have to, DVR it, you know, watch it next month. You know, or if you're in the car and someone else is driving, send out some messages, interact with people. All the time I'll catch myself scrolling on Facebook and I'll be like, what the heck am I doing? You know, and then I need to start, like, you know, so I tell myself I need to be liking these people's posts. I need to be commenting on them, you know, so it doesn't take a lot to interact with people. And like I said on a Zoom the other day, like, I can tell it's really helping. Because, you know, I start to see people that don't usually like my stuff liking my stuff. And I mean, I feel like it takes a good couple of weeks of consistently interacting with people for them to start seeing your stuff. So you got to start now. And who cares if you like their stuff like every single day? Like, hello, like, that must mean they're just, like, cool. Like, if someone likes my stuff every day, I might be like, wow, they must really like me. So don't, like, think, you know, oh, I don't want to think I'm a stalker or anything like that. Like, just do it. Does anybody, like, else, like, do any of you guys have questions about anything? I mean, I know if you have a certain situation, you can, like, message me, but is there something that you've, like, been wanting to try to do, or that you've been doing that you feel like maybe you want some, like, help with, or any tips or anything? Kayla, you're unmuted. Do you want to say something? But I can't hear you. Is this me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I think you're on your phone and your computer. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know you were doing this until I just got on Facebook. It's only 8:30 here, guys. I can say something, but I kind of missed the beginning part of it.
Just say whatever. I'm recording it too, but if you just say whatever, and if you're repeating something, that means it's that much more important.
I think the only thing that I have to say is that if you really want things to change, then you've got to make a change. And if you want to stay where you're at, that's totally fine. But I know for me, I want my business to change for my team. And so I told myself, I posted on our team page and I said, there's no excuses this month. We can't make excuses for things that we could be doing to help us grow our business. And a lot of us, we had the goals post that Hannah had made the live video for. And a lot of people did not post their goals. And even on my team, like, they didn't post their goals. And I was like, guys, you have to be accountable for it. You have to post your goals. You have to know what you're going for, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to continue to grow your business in the way that you want to. And then you're going to be disappointed with yourself. So I think that I'm just going to be trying to just continue to build relationships with my customers that I currently have. I've had them ordering on their auto shipment for over 2 years. And then I have all my loyal customers that I've connected with. And I think the one thing that I really try to tell my team is that you need to connect with your customers, connect with your team, and connect with your potentials, because connecting is the one way that you'll really grow your business in a meaningful manner. And then the other thing is to have fun, because I kind of lost sight of having fun. and, you know, I got caught up with all my, you know, I have my 3 girls and then my husband's gone a lot. So I kind of got caught up with, the fun part of it. And so I told myself that I have to have more fun because that's what makes this business so unique, is that you can have so much fun while continuing to build your paycheck and make friendships and all that kind of stuff. So my goals for August are going to be big, and I'm hoping that, you know, I can stay on track with it, because I know we all get off track, and I'm 100% guilty of that. So my goal is to stay on track, and I think that everyone should too. So that's my spiel. That's all I had.
No, that's awesome. Thanks. Definitely the goals. Like I did mention that. And like Kayla mentioned something about existing loyals, and like kind of all like I really talked about was like getting new customers. But even like, you know, because some of you guys have the structure, have, you know, some of the structure for Diamond, but you don't have the volume. You know, message existing loyal customers and just check in with them and just say, hey, I just want to check in with you. I know it's been a couple months since you've ordered. I wanted to see if there was anything that you were needing, or if you had questions about any of the new products that we had. And I think even by mentioning, like saying like new products, like they might be like, oh, wow, like I didn't know you had new products. You know, what do you have? You know, things like that. Maybe they'll want to order something again. Another thing like a lot of people like do, and I am really bad about, is reminding your customers of their perk points. Like go through your customers and your downline and see who has perk points, and shoot them a message and be like, hey, you know, I didn't know if you knew or not, but you have 95 perk points, and I just wanted to let you know that, you know, that's $95 you can use towards an order. Or, you know, even if it's only 15 perk points, you know, because we don't have anything for only 15 BV. So even them using those, you would still get a little more extra BV. Like, so anything would help. So just shoot them a message and just remind them they have perk points. And like also something really to be like paying attention to is remember that those perk points expire 30 days after they cancel their auto ships. I was looking through some people's stuff the other day, and I noticed a lady turned off her auto ship this month, and she had 98 perk points. So I made sure to message that distributor that lady knew that those are going to expire if she doesn't use them, you know. So just like things like that. So the perk points is a big thing. And like I said, just checking in with existing loyals and seeing if there's anything they need. That was another thing I had done. Something that I had done too, Kayla, and I know you raised your hand, so hold on. Let me not forget what I want to say. But like I did last month was, you know, because a lot of us have like distributors that, you know, they just signed up and they didn't think that this was for them, and they wanted to go back to, you know, they would rather be a customer, or they kind of just fell off the wagon. Maybe they didn't renew their accounts. Well, I was messaging those distributors that I personally enrolled that had canceled accounts or just stopped working for a little while, and I just said, you know, I know things didn't work out before, you know, you got busy, blah, blah, blah. But I wanted to see if you'd want to go back to being a loyal customer. I know you loved using the products, and I'm happy to be your distributor. And I got 2 loyal customers from that were existing distributors prior that canceled their accounts or whatever. So that was just another thing that I had did to try to get some more volume and some more customers. And even like the people who didn't order, I probably have 6 or 7 new potential loyal customers that, because they were like, you know, I still have stuff, but I'm going to need some more stuff in a month or so. So I added them to my follow-up list. So if nothing, you know, hopefully this month I'm going to go back, and hopefully they're going to be ready to order. I had some people say, actually I had like 2 people say, you know, actually I've been thinking about, you know, the oils, or I've been thinking about the cleanse, because those were things that weren't around whenever they were distributors. So, and I had no clue. So, you know, those are some maybe ideas if you have anyone like that on your team too that you could do. Kayla, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, like, the one thing that if you struggle with signing loyal customers and, you know, you kind of go through a slump, like I have, the one thing that I've been able to do to kind of boost volume is with my current loyal customers. I may not be signing like as many loyal customers as I'd like to, or anything like that, but I never forget about my current loyal customers, because those customers are still loyal customers for life. So I remind them of their perk points. And I had somebody messaged me yesterday, the last day of the month, and she's like, hey, I need to turn my auto shipment back on because I need to grow my hair out. So she turned her she turned her auto shipment back on for hair, skin, nails. And it may not be, you know, a lot of volume, but she did. And then I had another loyal customer who she turned hers back on to order more of the It's Vital and a few other things. So don't discount the current loyal customers you have, because that's actually a way that I keep my customers and I keep them coming back to me for so long. I mean, almost 3 years, and I have customers who are still ordering to this day, and they get perk points. I send them little thank you cards, and I just, I let them know that I appreciate their business, and that's the one way that I can kind of keep up volume with them. So just don't discount the current loyal customers you have, and reach out to them, and like I said, connect with them, because they can still bring in volume for you if you're pushing for volume, and they are also good referrals. A lot of my customers too will refer people to me because they've been with me, their distributor, for a long time. So that's just another way, if you are down on yourself for not signing loyal customers, don't necessarily focus on that, because you can focus on the customers that you do have. So
that's a really good like that. And I mean, keeping your customers happy is like a great way to keep them ordering, and have them, like you said, referring people.
Well, I sent out like a little thank you to one of my customers. She just had her baby. It's her first kid. And when I was pregnant, she was like, oh my gosh, I'm addicted to the eucalyptus smell. I absolutely love it. So I sent her a little eucalyptus oil with a congratulations card, and also thanking her for choosing me to be her distributor. And she's been a customer with me for well over 2 years now. And so I just, like the little things go so far. And I sent, a few of my other customers who order regularly, I sent them different products, some that they may not have ordered before. And it also kind of, they just really appreciate the small things, even if it's a card with like a greens choose and a sample of greens on the go, or whatever it may be. If you have extra stock of anything else, you can always just send it to your customers. It's just an appreciation thing. Sorry, it's only 8:30 here, so it's a little crazy in our house.
That's
even
okay.
though they've been up since the crack of dawn, but
no, that's okay. That's like really good things, like I said, like just those little things like go a long way, and they can refer people. So, maybe things that you want to keep in mind for this month. Like I said, just doing things that maybe you're afraid to do, like send out some Blitz cards. Send out that catalog to your family member who you've been afraid to tell about. Just remember, it's time to go all out. And, message your distributors, who, maybe, are kind of slowed down, or they're in a slump, and say, hey, they brought this diamond bonus. Let's do it. Let's do it together. Try to ignite that fire. And if they know that they have, a support system and someone to kind of work alongside with them and help, keep them, on track, sometimes they want to do it. This isn't, out of anyone's reach. So, definitely doing those things. And like I said, getting them to, maybe you can get them to have their customers place another order, or use some perk points, things like that. Just anything to help volume, because that's always a big thing. Sometimes it's, it's not always just needing distributors, it's just needing volume. But okay, well, that's kind of the biggest things I had. Jen, I didn't know if there's anything you want to add anymore. I know you're kind of in craziness.
No, I think we covered it all. I'm super excited.
Me too. So remember, guys, you want to get out your goals. I already have all these things done. Your goals, your hundreds list, and your steps to success. Those are things that you need. Yeah, and I even have 2 of them, because that was one of my August goals, was to do it twice. So, and if you want to do what Christina Watt said, you need to get those 2 printed out. And I definitely encourage you guys to go watch that video today. Even if you've already watched it, go watch it again. And, Jen had posted a video as well, someone who went diamond in 30 days. Watch those videos so you can, even if you're already doing some of the things, I guarantee you're not doing all of them, because I know I wasn't doing them all either. But even if you're just getting little, snippets of things that you can do, but just, you got to start today. A lot of us were pushing hard at the end of last month, and, you want to take a breath, and you want to be like, oh, it's August 1st. I have the whole month to work hard. I'm going to take a break today. No, you guys have got to start today. We got this fire right now. This is exciting. Let's run with it. Get that hundreds list going. Write out your potentials. Because that's something I'm going to do today. All distributors of mine that I messaged, my new potential loyals, I haven't written their names out yet. So I'm going to work on that this morning too, so I can make sure that I'm following up with them the way I need to be. And just encouraging each other, and leading from the front, and, just showing your team that you're excited about it. Because if you're going to be excited and you think that this is attainable for them, they're going to want to work hard to do it too. And you guys can work together. And like I said, get on the Show Me the Money call. Anything that you can plug into this month, do it. Because you have to, like, surround yourself with like-minded people. Because that is good. That does so much for you. I know for me too, like, it really gets me excited and motivated. And, you know, I really, like, it adds a belief in myself and confidence. But I hope this was helpful. Some things you guys can do. Like I said, you know, you just got to get going now. Like, throw out the excuses. Forget about last month. If last month wasn't the month that you wanted to have, it didn't go the way that you were hoping, forget about it. Like, move forward, focus on your goal. You know, and I mean, you can print out the diamond chart if you want to, but even if you're like, feel like you're a little far away, don't even get that, like, into it that much. You know, just focus on helping people, and it's going to happen. And then you can start filling in that chart. But don't freak yourself out. Just start helping people and just go crazy. Talk to everybody you can. But that's all I have, unless anybody has a question. Or if you have, like, a question about your specific team or situation, don't hesitate to message me or anything like that, because I'll be happy to, you know, help you guys out. So who's going to go diamond this month? Whoop, whoop. Let's do it. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. And I recorded this. So if you have any teammates or anything that would want to see it, I'll try to get that up here pretty quick. But thanks for taking time to get on, guys. And I'm excited for this month. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.